and welcome to the Saj Palabra Media. This video is about the game that Manchester United played against PSG yesterday, and honestly, what a comeback by Manchester United because it was a difficult game against PSG. It was supposed to be a difficult game against PSG on paper, but Romelu Lukaku had two goals, which were fortuitous at best, but he took those chances, and PSG just entirely collapsed in this game. It is unreal to watch. This one was just worse than the 6-1 loss they had against Barcelona in some ways. Of course, the scoreline at that time was more. It was worse, but these players at PSG they just surrendered to Manchester United's strength, and I have not seen that kind of mental capitulation before by a team. It is unreal how bad they are mentally, in big ties like this. Perhaps the complacency of the games in League 1, I mean, has caught up to them. Because of the games in League 1, they have a lot of complacency, and they keep winning all the time, and they think that well, if they just turn up, they'll probably win the game, and that's not the case. But in bigger games like the Champions League, it's important that teams need to put the effort to win games, and Manchester United did just that. They knew what was required, and they just did it. Of course, Marcus Rashford scored the winning penalty, which was a very tense moment at the end of the game. First of all, there was this whole decision about VAR, this whole VAR decision, um, whether President Kimpembe got his hand on the ball or a ball on the hand of, it is handball either way. But the thing is, there's this kind of rule, not exactly a rule, but there's some mitigating circumstances where it could not be given a penalty, whether it was intentional or unintentional. It's that kind of thing. But some people say that it was a shocking decision that the handball, the penalty was given, and some say it was oh yeah, it's completely deserved. It's great. Manchester United won. These it was a very debatable decision to some extent, but Manchester United have been the beneficiaries of that decision, so fair play to them. Uh, in this game particularly, Thilo Kehrer has completely, he's fell asleep in this entire game, and he's been he has been at fault for both goals that Lukaku scored, and it is just unacceptable at a top level like this, like the Champions League. Gianluigi Buffon was tested a lot in this game. He had a lot of chances to keep the score down, but the thing was that Manchester United was just clinical, and they they just qualified to the Champions League quarterfinal, and it's just that, I mean, PSG had a lot of chances as well, on the other end, and he they just couldn't do anything about it, and it's a shame in some ways. But I don't know. It's like you spend about 400 million pounds, 400 million plus pounds on Neymar and Mbappe and few other players, and you still cannot get through the last 16 of the Champions League. That is unbelievable. The thing about PSG is that I think the domestic league is more of a hindrance rather than a help for them. And the fact that this season in particular, even Monaco can't compete with them because of their, buy low, sell high policy going wrong, has created even more of a problem in the domestic competition this time. And in my opinion, they need to go again and see what's going wrong internally, because it's not definitely not the players, a lot of the players, but it's definitely not on the manager as such. He has got quality players to help the team get through, but the dynamic of the dressing room needs to change at PSG, and they need some good leaders on the pitch to make this not happen. Regardless of whether they have Mbappe and Neymar, it's like putting a layer of gold on a Fiat. That's what's really happening at PSG. And it's a shame because they still kind of have a bottling mentality in European competition. Okay, and yeah, this game was a shock in many ways. They Manchester United, fair play to them. They won the game. It was great. What a great comeback! What a great night for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and a wonderful win. In Manchester United history. Yeah, and thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Sage Media. And yeah, goodbye.